Anywho, hello to all my viewers. UK, USA, Americas, Europe, Australia, Middle East, Russia, you know, everyone. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello from the Empire. How are we all? Excellent. Get a cup of tea, sit down. I'm going to go on for a bit. Excellent. Anyway, was in a bit of a discussion last night with Specky Nerd, the Specky Nerd, in regards to, well, basically defensive riding and commanding the lane. I've been watching a lot of videos recently, and it all boils down to our vulnerability on a motorbike. You know, like, we are hyper vulnerable because we are going at the same speed as everybody else. So we're as vulnerable as a cyclist, except we're doing a lot faster speeds, which I think makes us more vulnerable. And we'll all play it down to our partners, our girlfriends, husbands, wives, boyfriends. You know, we'll play it down to them, saying, "No, it's not that bad, love, don't worry." But in actual fact, we are that vulnerable. We just don't want to face it. And to name an American friend, well, say friend, one of our American cohorts in this vlogging world, Chase. I forgot his name. Chase on two wheels, maybe. Anyway, Chase was recently a couple of months ago, in a vehicular incident where, after going through an intersection and a vehicle joining from his immediate right, the vehicle goes to the middle of the road and then cuts right while he's going alongside it. Shit happens, I suppose. But of all the things that he could have done, what he did was possibly the worst. He put himself in a position where he could get hurt, so it's just one of them things, I think. Never mind, I know he's on the mend. But my debate was in regards to the Specky Nerds video. He released one of a car coming up on his left hand side, because the roads is a fair bit wider than this one I'm on now. And your man, the Specky Nerd, puts himself here-ish, because there's a line of crap down the middle of the road. So he's kind of looking down the side of the axis of traffic, like going, oh yeah, maybe a bit clear, maybe not. And then as he's doing this, a car appears here in his blind spot. You don't even see it in his mirror. It just like plunk, there's a car there. It's like, what the fuck? And yeah, the road technically is wide enough for two vehicles, but it's a single lane road. What the fuck? Oh. It's a single lane road, and he puts himself over there. So I said, oh well, you know, it's defensive riding you got to be doing, mate. You know, he said, oh, you can see there's water in the road, or oil. I was like, well, water or oil aside, still, you gave up your command position because there was a bit of liquid on the road. You can't do that. I realise the risk of running through a liquid that you're not sure of, but I put my command position in a higher regard than what my wheels are going through. But then again, it all boils down to, I don't know how to phrase this, but it's basically training versus natural reaction, if you will. Like, when you go for your training to learn to ride a motorcycle, they don't really spend a lot of time on command position. They say, listen, the middle of your lane is your lane, and that's it. They do more about corners, like going into a corner and making sure that you're in a safe riding position through that corner. The likelihood is you're not going to need to command your lane when you're turning, because the fact is, if you're leaning over, you're taking up a lot more space than you formerly were. So you're a lot more of a target anyway. So when you're cornering, the likelihood of someone trying to be a dick about things is very low. Whereas when you're going straight, that's when you're most vulnerable, in my opinion, because you're not actually paying as much attention to the way your bike's moving or what's going on around you, because you might just be looking off into the distance like, oh, I didn't know they'd opened a new shop along there or whatever. Suddenly there's a car trying to sneak past you because you're going just like pootling along. But that's what the big debate was, basically. And that's what it boils down to. It basically boils down to training versus natural reactions, if you will. Like his reaction was to see that crap on the road and get out of it. The problem was that put him in direct conflict with somebody else, because they thought, alright, he's far enough over, I can squeeze through. Now they are, well, I wouldn't say argument, but the discussion was based around the fact that I was saying, well, you know, if you'd kept your command position, they couldn't have done that. They may have thought about it, but they couldn't have done anything about it. Even if they wanted to, they probably wouldn't have given it a go, because you would have been holding the command position. They would have thought, well, it's not worth the risk, and oh, he's clearly in the middle of the road, there's no way I can get around him. But because he went over here on a practically double width road, he opened himself up to it. That's his call. I prefer to think that staying in the middle of the road is the more, well, not the road, but, you know, your lane. That's just the way I think. I don't like quoting the scripture, I don't like going back to the days where I was a learner, but I used to get fucking bollocked every day I went out on a lesson for doing stupid shit. Basically, like getting too close to the back of another car, not leaving enough distance between me and a car at the side of me or whatever, you know. And it's been drilled into me that this is the best position on the road because it gives you enough space either side to keep an eye on yourself. You can keep your blind areas covered, and that's the most important part of it. There's no way if I'm over here, because if I'm over here, someone could just ride past me and I probably wouldn't see them until it's too fucking late. But it's his decision. If he wants to ride in that way and give up his strong defensive position to avoid a little muck on the road, well, that's his decision. Personally, I just ride through it. Obviously, if it's massive, you go to the side of it, but then it becomes forward planning and whatnot. I mean, you've got to be on the ball. You can't just go, oh no, I'm not going to ride in that, and then go all the way over here just because there's crap on the road. You've got to be thinking, well, you know, is it safe for me to be over there? Is anybody going to actually try that shit with me? I'm not having a dig directly at him. Most of the things I've been seeing recently, like I said in a comment, 9 out of 10 of the incidences I've seen happen in YouTube videos are because of people's neglection of forward planning and, well, basically that's about it. Neglection of forward planning, and it's just bad lane command. Like after filtering, they'll cut back in, but they'll stay on the line as if they're going to filter again. And they wonder why cars will try and get round them on the inside. It's like, well, that's what they're going to do. You left that corridor wide open for them. If you jump back in, take your position and say, right, this is my bit of road, go fuck yourselves. Give yourself a good braking distance. Keep looking into your mirrors after you've pulled in. That'll instantly put it into his mind that you're not fucking about. You're not going to let him go do anything because you are in your lane. Car or motorbike, they're going to look at you and go, shit, he's got that lane's his. There's nothing I can do about that, I'll just leave him to it. Since I adopted this way of riding and thinking that basically this is my little area, go fuck yourselves, I don't want you anywhere near me, I've seen a lot less of them type of incidents. Now, you obviously get the shitheads who I wonder who that is. It's me mate. I didn't think he'd be out this time of day. I gotta leave that in now. Anyway, but it's all about your forward planning and how you actually adapt you're riding to the situation in question. That's all very good and well, and analysing a situation well after it's happened in a YouTube video. But, as I say, I do see a hell of a lot less of them kind of situations where drivers do stupid shit to me, because I don't let them. Now, I know it makes me look like a bit of a dick from time to time, by the way I'm riding, you know, I'm hogging a lane and just saying, nope, go fuck yourselves, or my bit of road, go fuck yourselves. But at the end of the day, that's my right. Cyclists are allowed to do it, and I am more in my right to do it. There's no way I'm giving up my position on the road just so someone can fucking off me because they're not paying attention to what they're doing. It was while we were discussing in another video stickers, you know, these Think Bike stickers. People have got it on video that people with Think Bike stickers in the back of their car still cut you up just as much as any other driver. The fact is, it's not actually because they support the cause half the time, it's because they want to be viewed to support the cause. You know, it's the oldest play in the book. Oh yeah, I'm totally for bikers, I love bikers, but hang on, I've got to play with my iPad while I'm driving and cut you up. So you tossers. I'm glad people are thinking biker, but at the same time, I wish they actually fucking would. Because half the time it's just an attention thing. They just want to be able to brag that they've got that sticker. It's like, meh, whatever. Whereas, fuck. Well, I'm nearly at work, so fuck it. Go. Oh, my God. Alright. In a bit, La. Bye.